And welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy with me, Matthew Gaddis, aka Puggy. So, we will do some various ones. And so this time we're facing I think the last of the three things that we can do in Ghostly Galaxy, Bouldergeist, yes. So that being said, right before we get some really nice actually graphics, especially given that this is a Wii game, mind you, although this was on my Switch too, so maybe that, and it's the second version, so Nintendo probably touched some things up since they did the first game. That being said, let's get through here and indeed get to the other side. Seemingly now we're having rolling chomps coming through here. Yes, that's the thing, and we're also going to be introduced to a new type of boo in here. Oh yes, the bomb boos, seemingly, because these black boos explode upon contact. However, you can actually grab them by the tongue, literally, and have them blow shit up, as it were. Seriously. Quite an easy way to get starbits, actually, inside the mansion, but, I don't know. Well, that was kind of a delayed reaction there. But what we want to do with these boos is actually go towards the fireplace and destroy the Bowser statue there. So that being said, let's grab that bamboo and okay, yeah, because you swing it around like a kendama, then yeah, that's not so great. Also, if you hold on to the bamboo too long, they will try and lure you in and explode upon contact, thus damaging Mario. Oh yes. And more of these guys as well. Yeah, you thought Tarantox was enough? No, apparently. And these guys are annoying. Let's jump on them. I can. And whatnot. And then we can get up there. If I can. I might have to backflip, but it's worthwhile, I suppose. There we go. And yes, you can get more starbits from spinning these circular things. That is pretty much a thing here. Over there is another sling star. Now, aiming can be a bit troublesome with the sling pods because of that. I want to aim towards the right. Well, because how Mario moves, yeah, that's not great. Although I managed to do it there. Then there's another sling pod area. Yeah, we're not done yet before we face Bouldergeist. Another thing, though, you can actually grab more than one of these bomboos. So yeah, you do not necessarily have to do that. And no, despite that crack in the wall, no, you cannot blow it up with a bamboo. There are also some blue star chips necessary to get the pulse stars. You can actually get more than one at once, which is actually pretty cool. So there's that sling star in the right-hand corner there, which is a pain in the ass because of how it works and everything. It will only fling you upwards, not to the side or anything. So just the thing with sling stars in the Mario Galaxy games. Both of them. Both 1 and 2. So yeah. Okay, let's see if I can... I did? Okay. Well, again, timing. Let's see. There we go. That will give us the pull stars, which will allow us to reach the launch star over there. Oh, while the Waltz of the Boos plays, which obviously is an awesome track. Yes, it is. Seriously. So good it got made into the Ghost House theme in Mario 3D Land, so... yeah. And then we have this area with seemingly some spike balls. The springy thing in the center basically is where we want to go. Yes, it is springy, so if you do fall down like I will do here, we'll bounce Mario up. Doing a ground pound will bounce him a bit higher, getting him back onto the thing of... how do I put this? Center of this planet? Yeah, we'll go... no, I'm in the center of the planet, so that doesn't make sense, but never mind. Up to the warp star. And then we will finally land at Bouldergeist Arena, where Lumily can give us a 1-up, or if you're not playing assist mode at Power Shroom. So then, let's face Bouldergeist. Now, Bouldergeist is an interesting boss because he can be very annoying. And I do mean very annoying because of his hands. But I'll get to that. Firstly, he'll start flinging these rocks at you. One of which turns out to be a bamboo, and you can sling it right back in at him. Basically, you're supposed to get rid of all of the rocks on his face, which will reveal his tongue, I guess. That's the best way I can refer to it, really, as. It looks like his tongue's hanging out, seriously. Another creepy-looking tongue, as you'll find out in a moment. All the while, he creates these giant things. From the abyss, when he reveals his true form, bamboos will emerge from the void, as it were. And then he'll go to the next phase, in which now he has a couple of hands to fight you with. So yeah, maybe able to get out of the way there. Basically to break those hands, again you use the bamboos when he's flinging those rocks. Well, you may want to wait until he's done with that. Yeah, grabbing 2 bamboos honestly helps quite a bit here with this boss. Seriously, because of that. And yes, it does play the same boss music as with Bone Fin. This is, I usually face Bouldergeist first, not Bone Fin, but because of the spooky speedster, that held me up in my original recordings. Anyway, there goes Bouldergeist. It only takes him 3 hits to be defeated, believe it or not. And then there's our star. And indeed, some more star bits there. And indeed, that's that! And we'll head to the next one, shall we say? If I can. Which is in Golden Leaf Galaxy. Oh yes, and Golden Leaf Galaxy is going to be interesting because I missed 2 stars here on my original recordings. One of which involves, believe it or not, the Cataquacks. So yeah, I believe this is in Cataquacks in the Skies. Oh, no, it's not. It's involving a Monty Mole, this one. But never mind. So, and also gives us the Bean Shroom power-up, which is always nice. Be wary of the rain, however, because the rain will indeed stop Mario from being in his bee form. Although, having said that, conversely, Mario can actually get on top of the clouds in his bee form as well. So, that's good, I guess. Just keep it up, I guess, and whatnot. Ow! That hurt. Nothing much else there. Let's go on here. Not much I can say there because of the but the other thing to do is ground pound and get the thing. I can't say anything else. What else I can say? Just ground pounding the switches, that's all. But maybe we should get to... Okay, I have got something more to talk about now, which is this area, yeah. You'll notice that there's kind of a wet sort of puddle left behind. And there's a reason for that. These clouds follow a certain pattern here. So much so, you see the way they go. So that's interesting, to say the least. Yes, Mario can jump on top of them, but you'll notice that there's a wet patch there. So yeah, one goes directly above you as well as towards where we want to go for the boss. That being said, let's see if it... Yep, there it goes. So we can land there and indeed take the cloud over here. Going to the thing to avoid the other cloud going the other way. And then, seemingly, that will turn into starbits if we get the question mark thingy. Yeah. What's this? Another vine. Fair enough. That will take us up to the boss. Indeed, this is an interesting boss if you have the B power-up. Because this boss is made a hell of a lot easier with it in play. Seriously, once he's done shooting, you can actually just fly on over to his cockpit and ground pound him. Seriously. I think I got about 2 hits on him good here. The downside is when he starts firing quickly, it makes it a lot harder if you do have the B power up because of that, but never mind. But I'll show you how to... But you may well notice there is a ground pound switch in the corner, but we'll get to that once I ground pounded his ass a second time. So now we'll start shooting more quickly. So yeah, this little shield here will keep you going? I don't know. But yeah, because he shoots so quickly, I did lose my power up there. But never mind, ground pounding the switch will bring up those platforms and whatnot. The downside is these moving platforms, but I did try and do so, but landing on the spikes has the Yahoo Wagaga effect. Mario jumps in the air anyway, so yay. I'm trying to hit him there, seriously. Finally it works, and Moleface is dead. Yeah, imagine both of them have mole-type bosses. I mean, Honey Hive had... Oh, no, it was Gusty Garden Galaxy that had major burrows. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!